break and prepare for the main stage. So, with that said, let's get into it right now as we get underway. Some intriguing pickups, Grant. So, you know, between games, we were kind of being not critical, but we were like talking quite a bit about Vici's support and his Bane play, DY. He always has an intriguing build with Bane.
Yeah,
right?
he's interesting. He maxes out Nightmare almost every time. I think last game he went 0-3-3 as well. It's strange. In this game, we're going to see his Brew. Now, going from a Bane to a Brew, you have a lot to do as a Brew. I mean, you have to do well in the laning phase. You actually have to be able to use your ulti. I'm honestly curious to see how he plays this. I think this will decide, like, if DY is just, you know, this guy plays 5, or if he is that, like, super high skill type of player.
Yep.
I'm curious.
It's a delicate lane to be against as well. You don't really want to let the Terrorblade kind of roll out of control and get some sort of free snipe kills on your casual support in the lane. So it's something we're going to keep an eye on. Shout out to that man right there. We got Wepas, sporting the obs. Yep. So handsome.
No, what a guy. But I have a bad... The thing is, like they said, this is a good Storm game past 10, 15 minutes if he has items. And Monkey King versus Storm, this Storm is... I mean, it's going to get worse. I think CCNC is a very good Storm player, but this is not a matchup you ever want to play.
Yeah, is it just simply because of the Jingu mastery and the ridiculous swatting early on?
Yeah, and your range. Because of Monkey King's range, he actually doesn't care about those static remnants as much as other melee players. Like, you can't harass him. Like, look at it. No, he eats it right there, but he ran back into it. That's on him.
Yeah, this should be a pretty smooth lane for the Ori experience. CCNC has to find a way to get himself to that level 6 and support at least the extra bit of mobility. Top lane, it's a lot of stacks for the Underlord, obviously, when you're going against a Bat Rider. So it could be a little bit of headache there.
Yeah, he has the stick, but I'm still just worried. Like, a Bat Rider versus... You never want to go early Pit of Malice, like, as an Underlord. Like, he's just going to get 5 or 6 stacks, and he has to leave the lane. Like, he has to wait for it to reset, or he's just going to get dove. That is such a hard lane for Underlord. Usually he's a lane dominator, and I don't think he's going to dominate this lane.
Plus, you have the denies coming in from Fade on the other side with that Enigma a bit.
Yep,
so the lane is already way pushed forward in their favor. We saw bottom before, Ritsu already committing that first Metamorph. He bullied back DY out of the lane, got some extra bit of farm for himself, but not really kind of taken over and control quite yet.
Yep, it is fun to watch Paparazzi versus Ritsu, because I know Ritsu says Paparazzi is the guy he, like, molds his play after, so... obviously, Morphling pretty damn good versus TB. That's why you saw him, right? They first picked this TB, and then with their next pick, they just instantly take the Morphling. You don't care that you're showing a Morphling. You're fine with that matchup.
As a support Brood, do you think you get any value in getting Drunken Haze early just to kind of mix up onto the core so that they can't get easy last hits? Or is it all just going for, you know, intense right clicks and Thunderclap? I guess Thunderclap for
just
now.
Run at him. Yeah. Some random plays kind of going on top. Well, they're going on bottom. I've seen a lot of damage. And we didn't talk Reflection plus Shadow, Poison Touch, not too bad. Just keeps proccing it over and over. And top lane actually, Flea will get the pull. He actually bullied. The Enigma went to body block it with his own body, and he just kept eating these rectly. He's like, I got to get out of here. And so Flea does a good job. You have to pull his lane back versus Enigma. Yeah. We see at the Sentry, because Enigma's going to destroy your lane, but if you stop this Bat Rider from getting a few creeps, it's not too bad.
It's full pull through, but of course the Bat Rider's there to kind of intercept a bit. Yang wants to force Flea off from this lane equilibrium, but that does mean that 40R can kind of do his own CS game. It's under the tower, but he is going to be able to creep in some good last hits. Lots of right-click power available on your Underlord, of course. Kind of get it done.
Let's see, Yang, he just Bat Rides away, gets 2 full waves, and pretty easy. I'll be honest, Storm is doing okay middle. I mean, he's had to commit a lot of his regen, but now the Monkey King, this is straight up bully. That's what I actually don't know what Storm does now. It's so hard.
Yeah. Chews through a mango and just has to kind of take it for what it is at the time being. I don't suspect any sort of early rotations that are going to be available to CCNC to help bail him out of this one. So we'll have to see if he can just kind of muscle his way through it as it stands right now. 40R, or DY rather, eating a lot of damage there in the bottom lane. It's going to be forced to step off for the time being.
When he gets the Sentry. And eats it up, so that opens their pull-up and pulls are so important. I remember for a while, like, not even maybe last patch, it's like people just weren't even doing pulls anymore, which is all the laning phase. And nowadays, with these dual lanes, you have to get the D ward. If you miss a D ward, oh, DY though.
DY,
one more
trouble, and does go down. That Poison Touch catching combo, it's so good.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad people are getting poisoned again. This is a nasty ability, especially with the fact it can be permanent, technically. I mean, if you have limited health, it's permanent. Obviously, no one does, but I'm just saying, if they did.
That's working real well. The second he gets those 2 points into the poison touch, he's happy to kind of flex it onto the lane, and we see its potency there.
Yep. And all right, middle lane's just over. Monkey King actually just finds a regen rune, and he is a full level above the Storm now. This is real rough stuff here. CCNC's actually doing decent. He is 18-4. That is not too shabby for this lane, but he is ferrying out a lot of regen.
Yeah, it's costing him quite a bit to be able to kind of equalize the CS as best as possible so he can at least hang lots of trades. Obviously, through this bottom lane, anyone hanging within the lane is at risk of eating a huge amount of Shadow Wave damage, but...
What? You know you have poison on you, right? Like that? He's just getting owned. One more. What? He's dead.
It's free money for Ritsu right here if he gets the last hit. All right, DY. Always kind of...
I was nervous. Yeah, his laning phase, I think even, we were just fine. He's so good in that mid to late game, right? We saw that great use of his grip to win that fight for him, but his laning phase definitely feels a lot weaker than pretty much all of their 9 players in this game.
Yeah. There we see a falling victim to it a bit.
Man.
Step back.
Poison touch, though. I love watching it work because he was full HP and he just poison touched and right clicked him 6 times and he has 50 HP. That is quite the ability. A nice pull on the siege creep. The full wave actually bought him.
Top diving through. They have 3, now 4 stacks committed on 240 yard. They're looking to take him right under his own tower. Flea does step in, but it's too late to bail out his comrade, and that's going to be a kill. The first kill going the way of Vici Gaming.
Yep. Like I said, even with stick, you pop the stick, cool, you get like 200, 250 HP, and then you just die. Because Bat Rider's just going to keep soaring over you, and you're going to have 5 move speed and no turn rate.
And he returns back in, tries to wave, but nice quick fortification even, just to ensure this catapult and these creeps get those extra hits onto the tower as well.
Yeah, but we talked about bottom lane, but Yang, a very good lane. That's probably when he's at his best.
These boys are trading. CCNC's level 6 now, and he's going to be taking it to Ori. Can he actually turn this one around and finish him off? He needs a bit more, and it's going to be way too far. Hasted Dazzle shows up, but unfortunately it's just a little too late. But do they see him? Trying to run in. While that happens, there is a commitment towards the top, and they are going to be able to torch up the big guy, serve him up on a skewer, and eat him.
Yep, and oh, nice play there by Ori. He actually boundless strikes Laposa, the Dazzle, who is TPing top. Oh, is he going to hit this? Oh, he does. I thought it missed. One more. He's dead.
It's torching him up. Goes down. Good grab from Yang.
Yeah, it is, and a nice play by Ori getting that boundless strike. That is just, I just said Yang's good in the lane phase, and he is showing you why. He is dumpstering this top lane. I mean, it's also the matchup. I mean, Bat Rider versus Underlord will never be... I don't think an Underlord would win that. Even 5K versus 1K player, I think, you know...
Bat's just also notoriously so good against these like melee offlane cores, or any sort of melee matchup.
With no
in the
stuns
lane.
As well. Like, he has Pit of Malice. The fact he went Pit of Malice early, like, he has a level 1 Pit of Malice. You don't want to do that on an Underlord, and it doesn't even really do anything. It just feels really rough for
About as relevant as esports awards, really.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Ori back to the mid lane now, but there is trouble coming from behind. Flea with a mild rotation, it would appear. Let's see if they can get their commitments done. Immediate rotation from DY, though, and that's enough for them to 180 themselves out.
Yep. We'll cancel the TP, and Dyer did see that because they have the ward. So they know Panda's not here. Yeah, Flea's okay. He's like, wait, that guy just cancels TP. It means they won't have... Well, missed all 3 Fire Spirits, but they were running out.
All right, well... They're frisky, though. They're kind of showing Vici that they're trying to draw attention towards this Monkey King lane. 49 and 19 is really nice. 34 and 5 for CCNC, though. They continue to hang meanwhile bottom lane. They're swinging it out, and they're going to get the grab. It's going to be Laposa finished off. The Dazzle may be overextending just a slight bit. DY is going to be able to pick up the last hit on that one. Meanwhile, mid lane. Except for CCNC, he'll be forced to backpedal a bit. The kill potential does not feel as strong for Ori, though he is commanding the lane.
Oh,
they try to turn it back and around. Uphill miss on that one. Can't slow him down.
Ori, he's playing this so aggressively, but it's working out. Oh, CCNC gets a real lucky rune there. Regen rune for his bottle. He needed that. Because he is losing this lane pretty tough. I mean, he should be. But he's doing a good job of staying in it. He hasn't been forced to go to the jungle yet, and he's still getting CS, so pretty well done by him.
See a tag of the Shrine here. Ori and DY kind of refreshing things up a bit. Both mid laners kind of stepped away briefly.
You like mineral water? Or sparkling water?
No, thank you. No, I don't like it at all.
Like, isn't the point of a drink to be refreshing? This is the least refreshing thing I've ever drank.
Bubbles.
Yeah. Oh,
DY. Chasing.
You're done, bud.
DY. He's like, I will try to stump you, though. No, not happening. All right, easy advantage, easy pick up there. That was a nice little drip.
Yep, thank you. I drip too hard sometimes, but man, I'm trying to see it. The thing is, so they're definitely, VG has won top and middle lane. bottom lane is reasonably even, but if you're winning 2 lanes and you're going even in your 3rd lane, I'd pretty much call it a 3-lane win. That's how math works.
Well, they get the top tier 1, more money in the bank for Vici coming together. Enigma also could be the silent killer of this game. He scores his level 6 and has a black wall, but yeah, mid level. Here comes Dawson sweeping it from the side, dishing out the poison touch. And Ori's going to unleash his ultimate right now, gets the trap onto CCNC and doesn't manage to get the finish right there.
That's, I know it can't be on purpose. That was a perfectly placed monkey ulti where the fact when he boundless strike the storm, 2 of the guys were hitting him instead of just 1, which got him the kill, so well done. And this is looking rough. This is looking real rough. You have the Ritsu TB, but he's already in the jungle level 6 of this triangle, which could be okay, but oh, Batrider.
Grab, kidnapping, pull back here onto the Dazzle. Gets burnt on up, waveform forward, and that's going to be the end of it. And I know this doesn't feel like always that huge advantage of picking up the early shallow grave, but without it, obviously, it really stands no chance at all. Jumping in from CCNC, and paiN try to bounce back, but as he goes to the low ground, finds himself in a bit of trouble here. Can he make it out and away? Yes, he can. Has plenty of mana to do so. Paparazzi makes his return on over, and maybe we'll segue this into a bit of a push instead.
Yep. Even though they will get a little bit of tower damage there, not too bad from CCNC because it's a solo kill. Like, it's on the Batrider, and he actually gets a ton of gold and experience from that. And, I mean, they need Storm and Ritsu obviously to have good games. They're the 2 big cores, and I mean, as they said, they have no stuns on Dire. Like, Storm jumping on people is everything to them.
Free lanes, it looks like at the moment for Vici, while paiN kind of already had to recover from that bit of a skirmish here. Uh-oh. Laposa. Like, I'm trying to get a deep ward down, but now I've ran into trouble here. Looks like 40 tries to bail him out, but there's just no chance for him to be able to make it out in a way. Just gets torched up easily here. And now look who's turning the corner.
Hey.
See Ritsu, but Fade is just beelining his way towards the mid lane instead. That's where action's beginning to kick off.
I like how he didn't even, like, move. He just, like, literally sees and just kept walking. Like, didn't even hesitate.
Good day,
like,
sir.
See you later.
I'll get at you later. Yeah. How about that?
How about I'll just blackpool you in Ruby game later, and, well, maybe we'll get the tier 1. And not only that, they get it bottom as well, so all tier 1s are already down. And paiN, they're struggling. That's the thing. Like, you can't just lose 3 lanes and win a game. You really can't.
You just become a lot more reliant. Yeah, you become a lot more reliant on user error on the other side at that point. And for a lot of these professional teams, once they have these sizable advantage mid lane, jump on the fleet, hopping up and down. Ori tries to get the last hit, but he is able to Icarus dive out from trouble. Close attempt, but always frisky here is Vici on the hard aggressive.
Oh, man, I'm thinking, how do they really get banged in this game? I mean, you already have the TB just in the jungle, which is fine. Like, most TBs do like farming the jungle, but has been pretty slow. Like, even right now, you just see it's an Underlord, a Phoenix, and a TB just sitting middle, along with a Dazzle. You don't want to be 4-man middle with this lineup. You don't have gank potential.
We've got a Helm of the Dominator, and he's got a little Purge creep with him. Oh. Uh-oh. And him and that creep are in a bit of trouble right now. DY happy to completely move on in, but he actually may end up paying the price here. Straggling left behind, gets burned up there. It's going to be Laposa who picks up the last hit. Still, though, 6K net worth advantage already for Vici.
Yep, usually getting a pan, you're like, oh man, there we go, we got one of the cores. But it's just a DY. It's just old DY.
Yo.
He's like I said, he's a 1 in 15 type player. He wins. I'm not blaming him either. He wins games. He does his job. He plays that sacrificial 6, and like, getting that panda kill, it doesn't do anything for him. It just gives him some gold.
Yeah, unfortunately, if he had a little bit more money, he could have some sort of mana supply to at least reliably get his ultimate off to really make him work for it. But in that case, obviously, it was not available to him. Seeing some pressure here coming out from the top lane at the moment from Fade. And then there's the Batrider. Hog tying up and lassoing the little birdie. Burns him on up. Takes him on down.
Nothing, man. BG, they're looking a lot better than they did during group stage. I recall they did get 2-0'd by EG. I mean, obviously EG a very good team, but they're just playing like clockwork here. Middle.
Paparazzi diving on forward, seeing an opportunity to make a go for 40R and Laposa a bit. Starts stalking him out. There's help on the way. Yang's there. Obviously no lasso, but will be there as an assistance.
Yeah, because that aggressive weave, even Morph, like, the whole thing, Morph has a ton of armor. You get that weave, and he was at like he was just at like 4 armor. You just can't push there. So
no, certainly not.
Decent ult committal there from the Dazzle. I mean, you don't. It's one of the lowest cooldown ults in the game.
Good old DY here.
He's chill.
His team, I mean, the Monkey King just dipped. They're confident to kind of hang out through the front and get the finish on this tier 2. More money in the bank coming away of Vici Gaming. The rich get richer. They're okay with that.
Yeah, they're just playing so perfectly. Now Ritsu in trouble. See you later, my friend.
Both of them go down. We see a simultaneous breakdown as the Laposa drop is also there. Obviously, without the Shallow Grave, still continues to get easily handled. Finished off. And we saw the Wukong's man also committed to get the finish from Ritsu.
That's the problem. Where does TB go? Like, you want to be farming in the Radiance jungle with TB right now, but because Vici is so far ahead and they actually have the mobility of a Morph, a Bat Rider, and a Monkey King, like, they can actually play 3 different spots on the map, and they can punish you.
You were calling last game on more of those base wards. Well, look at Grant who's doing it. Vici Gaming, they have entry point wards for that top lane exit and for their own jungle. So if they don't see Ritsu over there, they know where Ritsu is, and they're going to go take care of it. So
that looks like a DY list, man. I don't know, this base ward, it's a lot like Tinker Wars. Oh, they might find Ori. This would be a nice pickup.
All right, this could be a bit of a turn. Yeah, with that Phoenix save, it certainly should be able to guarantee it, I'd imagine. That is money in the bank, you know, with this kind of a sizable net worth advantage already. There's a little bit of a rubber band, just a little one.
And I don't know, we talked about DY's laning Strohs, but look at his warding. He has that ward in the base, and then he has that one over by, like, the Dire Ancients by middle, and I think, does that Sentry see it? I actually can't tell.
It is really
It looks
close.
like it does, but they just don't have the vision for it.
I think it's right on the line, so it should be seen. But
and
yeah,
you don't have the vision, right? Because it's on the high ground. DY's warding, you know, that's it. You know, he's a good late game and he's a good warder. You can only have 2 of the 3, maybe. The laning phase, we'll see.
You would be too good at that point. You'd be like FY or something like that. So we can't have that. Here, paiN try to push themselves back up to the high ground. They see an approach coming for the mid tier 2, but they're a bit suspect. The team fight is still super strong. Vici's side. Bat Rider's got the lasso ready in his back pocket.
I mean, Morphling turned into the Underlord, so you have even more there. He just plays down all that, has the aura as well.
Spams
and you do
the
keep the aura when you change back to Morph. I thought someone was asking that. That's pretty damn good.
That's just a free 30 bonus damage for getting that too. Oh, Phoenix easily going to be finished off now. Did not have the egg, but you know, still just a sacrifice, unfortunately, to the mighty Vici Gaming.
I just don't know, like, you have an Underlord for your high ground defense, but get him.
You have an Underlord, not for long. They try to jump in and go for him. Person down, tries to slowly waddle himself inside. It looks like he should be safe.
It looked like he had that centaur, so probably pretty tough kill. Now Ritsu is farming bottom as well as the jungle while they are committed 5 middle, so Ritsu's happy. I mean, obviously not with the whole scope of this game, but he finally gets some farm.
He's trying his best to be able to be some sort of wild card for the team to be able to pull it back. They have wards down there to be able to scout any entrances coming in from Vici if they do try to get a sneaky approach, but you know, Vici are more content on kind of going for the objectives at hand. They get through their business in the mid lane, and looks like they're shifting all the way up north to consider a grab on to CC&C, but he's extra elusive. Not going to be the easiest pick, but more so if they can, again, force him away from lanes and force him away from kills or farm. That's good for them.
I was interested to see, I don't think, DY should be okay here, yeah. He has ulti too. I was curious to see how his micro is, but you know what? We still haven't seen him cast an ulti yet. Bottom. Eggs down.
Committed. Diving forward. Paparazzi's not going to get hit with it, with the timing of that waveform. Does not matter. They run right back out the other side. It's going to be feeling good for Vici there.
Surprisingly though, no one does die from paiN X, so in 40R, he's the only one middle just farming. But now, the siege unit should actually get a decent amount of damage in the top wave. Or the top lane, sorry.
Yeah.
No one's defending it from Dire, so Radiant knows something's up. They're like, why is no one defending their base top when a siege unit is just pummeling it?
I know, even CC&C just quickly jumped to the bottom lane. They're trying to make something happen there instead, but you got to be careful. There's a black hole available. Flea shows up, but yeah, like you said, no egg. Could be quick rotisserie chicken here for your Phoenix, and it looks like that is going to be the case. CC&C tries to jump in from the side, but this fight might be too little. Jump lasso, but quick jump out from CC&C. They're not done chasing, though.
And ult.
They might have to just settle for Laposa. He's like, not even worth the lasso. Just burn him up, boys. Look for the next target.
He has a stun.
Yeah, okay. Double kill for Paparazzi. Yang still looking forward for the setup. Even with DY with the Bears. And maybe even cycling up a new potential grab, but here they get a hold of 40R and finish him off as well. That one also goes to Paparazzi, now claiming the triple kill.
Ritsu and CC&C do end up killing Ori. I mean, obviously, that's why 3 of their heroes died, but at least you get that. Ritsu continues to farm. I mean, honestly, at this point, it really is. It's just, Ritsu, can you farm without dying? You're our only hope.
don't know, though. There's just...
It's so hard.
You think about the cumulative farm for the whole team of Vici Gaming, it just means they have so many more tools and options to just make the Terrorblade, you know, not a good, strong factor in these fights, whether it's tossing them up in the air, lassoing them up, hitting with a black hole.
And it's great. We haven't seen a... That was the first Pandol we saw. We haven't seen a black hole. It is 19 minutes in, and they are winning by 9K without using their big team fight ults. That's how good it's going for Vici.
Just the factor of having it, obviously, is going to force paiN to just play their game and play these team fights quite a bit different.
Yep, I mean, honestly, the only true cancel they have of that black hole is Storm zipping over and pulling him from behind. And that is, you never want that to happen. And see you later, Fleet. This Paparazzi has a, look at his farm. He has a Lincoln's Morbid Treads. Before 20 minutes in, that is insane.
He's got fantastic farm, and he has his eyes on a shotgun buildup. E-Blade coming up next. E-Blade or an F-Blade guy?
I think both. It depends what I'm feeling, you know. And I sometimes have a lisp, so I get scared saying F-Blade where I'm just gonna mess it up. So I think more of an E-Blade guy.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, he's going to have easy firepower to deal with, whether it be Dazzle or the Phoenix. Those backliners could just fall victim to a quick snipe. And Yang now making an easy approach up into the jungle front at this time, just further restricting any access to sweet, delicious farm for paiN.
We'll see.
All right.
They're looking, oh, nice stomp there by the 40R Centaur.
Get away from me.
Please, Centaur brethren.
They're all up there. Paparazzi, the lone wolf down here, though. Saying, I'll be a Phoenix.
Sure, why not?
Uh-oh, but he Icarus dives himself out from trouble. The Lincoln stops him from now. Now can they follow up with even further damage? No, he's able to wait for him to the low ground and make it away. Just not enough catch to be able to stop him.
Oh my goodness. Centaur had the stomp, the Helmet of the Dominator Centaur had to stomp up in 1 second. I think they might have actually had a chance of getting that kill, but it was on cooldown. Oh no.
Grab, lasso, pull out from the safety of your own home and into the arms of my Wukong's command. Easy finish right there, the big Underlord, and now we have Vici Gaming knocking at the front door, making a nice little approach.
This feels like a working right now, an absolute working.
A working.
This feels like, you know, you go to, I don't even know. It's bad for paiN is what I'm saying.
Vici are working and twerking, I guess. If you want, jump in from CC&C, jump right back out, but they're just gonna heal on up.
DY, look at it. Okay, I'm watching DY right now with the pan. He just splits and see how this micro is. It's all right.
Sends in the little storm bear,
yep.
and then he's dead.
He's just dead. Didn't even get the tornado off. But whatever, they get some damage on that tier 3, and I mean they're in no rush.
No,
I mean maybe they technically have better late game on paiN, but they're so far ahead on Vici. It would take like a 50 to 60 minute game, it feels like, to win this if you're paiN. So there's no reason to rush right now.
Ooh, the second, ouch! CC&C tries to walk up the stairs. It's like an Indiana Jones booby trap was right there waiting for him.
And now I said 50 to 60, make it 60 to 70. Like every death on Storm just sets him back more and more time. He's going Bloodstone again. I mean, you kind of have to, but just not sure what it can do. And Yang has played so well.
This is very LGDS, the way they like have such a commanding lead, and then they hold their positioning all around the outside of paiN, like those sharks, you know, just like, don't try to come out here. We'll smell the blood in the water and take you out.
Yep, and it's all about this warding again. Like, Dire has 2 wards out, but they're not in the best spots. Like, Dire doesn't really want to be down in that bottom lane anymore, and that's where all their wards are.
Easy Roche, it looks like, here for Vici.
Okay, DY, you got to Paparazzi step back for half a second, let DY tank. There you go. All right, whatever. I mean, they're taking it either way.
Yeah,
sorry.
CC's back, but obviously there's no Hail Mary Grand Theft Aegis play, it looks like here. Instead, they're moving as a 5-man towards the bottom. It looks like a smoke setup, possibly a wraparound play onto Vici Gaming, but I imagine if this goes south, we could be in for a quick one.
Yeah, we could. Especially with this Aegis, they're actually not scared. They can, if they win one fight, your base is gone. Like, both teams have that, right? The Morphling and TB, you lose one team fight, see you later base.
Scouting the high ground is Yang with the sticky. Oh, they're going to see the Dazzle. He tried to go up there to go for a D ward, but will be easily punished for it. Obviously, the rest of paiN will see what's happening from behind, but they got to get back because here's Vici again down that mid lane. Base is in trouble.
They found one though.
Yeah, they did. They get a scrappy little grab onto Ori.
Does he want to use it?
And yeah,
he does. I don't think he had to there because the mech was coming, but a little miscommunication. Not the biggest deal, obviously, but does make it a little scary. And Ori, they just kill Flea, instant buyback, and this is, as you said last game, this is the beginning of the end, or the end of the end.
Whatever it may be. The end of times is here, possibly for paiN and their end of the road for them at this major. If they cannot hold the line, it looks like the racks will fall. Just one CCNC trying to go for a scrappy grab. The man who has yet to use a black hole still holds it in his pocket.
Will he? No, doesn't want to use it there either. Nah, we're good.
He's got a pipe still. Doesn't. Oh, there he pops it, trying to avoid the sunray damage, but it's not going to be enough. They'll get the Enigma off the table. No black hole going to be there at all.
So gets DY, and they're just gonna have to back out. You still gotta be careful.
Oh, good tree. Wait, how did he fall from the tree right there? He started his Wukong's command, and then somehow the tree just got taken down.
Was it the Firefly?
I guess the Firefly took him off the tree, and he
Sorry,
fell.
bud.
And now he could be in trouble himself.
Ori has
Diving
no
on board.
BKB.
He has to slide on out, gets the assistance with that force staff, but the chase is on from
Black hole?
CCNC, and he managed to pay him for it. But Fade's there. He's got that black hole. He doesn't want to use it. Finally drops it, but no one's there to get caught with it. The first black hole of the game finds nobody, unfortunately.
Oh, Fade. And hey, there you go. 2 decent pickoffs. Oh, never mind.
Okay, well.
I actually said, if they can somehow turtle and base a little longer, but Ritsu dying there adds another 10 minutes to the, when they come online. And that's rough. A decent fight, though. I don't know. paiN took and Flea almost kills Paparazzi, but he's just getting baited in. Paparazzi's toying. It actually feels like he's toying with him right now.
Like, yeah, I'm almost dying. Come get me.
Yeah, I got you instead. Yeah. So who bought back there? Looked like it was it just Flea? It was Flea, Fade. That was it. All right.
Yeah. Flea and Fade. Well, I guess for paiN, because of that skirmish, they are going to hold on to a little bit longer here, but...
And there you see, watch, here we go, like, he gets graved, like, I'm going to get this guy, you're not getting away. Ooh, whoa!
And just jumps out at that second. Just that hair too late to drop the BKB down and get the secured finish, unfortunately.
And if, like, you're in a close game and you do that, you're like, gosh, darn it. But in a game like that, I bet all 5 of them laughed. Like, honestly, I mean, they know how far ahead they are. I'm sure they just laughed, but...
Yeah, even with the Wukong thing, there would have been a Wukong's command within that fight, but he fell on his ass, unfortunately, was not able to get it off. Doesn't mean he still has it, though, for maybe even this fight.
It's the 2-man weave. Oh, whoa.
Oh, you actually had the egg to survive that one. Try to turn it back in around. That's going to be the pop of the Paparazzi Lincoln Sphere.
I think you have to save Poison Touch to cancel the Lincolns, because you need the Electric Vortex there to pull in that Morphling.
Yeah. Paparazzi snipes the Underlord for the benefit of his quick spam of this wave. Now Ori, they just have the Wukong's command. He's going to be making quick work of 4DR. He's just easily put down. And then they get back at prize at hand, which is going to be the tier 3 and the racks. paiN on their last potential legs here. I know Ritsu's been frantically pushing out that bottom lane, just accepting the fact that they're not going to have a valuable defense for this top lane, and they're just going to have to sack it.
Yeah, he gets a tier 2. He's going to... I don't think he can push base, because like most of Radiant backed out, so he needs to be a little bit worrisome. Ooh. Yang actually... Paparazzi and Yang. I was just watching Yang's going from behind, actually, from the shrine.
Lots of damage here on the mid lane. Looks like they should be able to get DY down and finish. Paparazzi also quite low, but he is looking to shoot on down Leposa. Leposa, though, with a quick grave. Looking to make Paparazzi work for it, but that's a Morphling, and he is morphing up a lot of the life. They will manage to break through and at least get the Aegis down.
Ritsu bottom, though. He is going to fall, it looks like. He's 2v1ing these guys. He's like, yo, I'm trying. Oh, no, but Fade makes it a 3-on-1. He has Thunder. He gets it.
All right.
But he's just dead.
Yeah, and the slow turn rate with the sticky is just not helping at all. And he almost manages to get Yang. He even gives him the ethereal status so that the reflection will not hit him. Good save right there.
Ritsu's trying, but it feels like the rest of his team kind of just stuck in the base. What are you going to do? DY, only one to die again. He's like, hey, I'm doing my job, whatever.
Yep.
Kill me all you want. I'm just a sad level 13 panda.
I thought he was going to get a Blink Dagger, but looks like he settled for more utility, grabbing that Vlad's too. But yeah, as we see there, such a commanding advantage right now. 16k gold, 10k XP advantage for Vici Gaming. This one feels all but certain it would take a Hail Mary of comeback fights here for paiN to get it.
Say if like the rosters were changed, right? At least you would have the black hole, you have that big play, but really all they have is that egg, and they don't really big play with eggs. You can just run away.
Oh, CCNC TPing mid lane, gets caught out from Ori. That TP gets canceled, and he's going to have to do the long jump back to base himself.
He'll have 2 extra Bloodstone charges, surprisingly. So after he got that Bloodstone, he hasn't been dying, which is nice. But guess what? Your last 2-3's going down here.
Yeah, you got to be able to offer something good here to get Vici out. Good jumping from the base. Just managed to snipe a huge kill on the paparazzi. That's a 10K. That's a 10-kill bounty.
All right, that was definitely a little cocky right there.
And now they gotta back up.
DY's gonna die here.
Yes,
for sure.
he is. Ori's nearby, and so's coming to Fade with a black hole. Fade with a black hole. Trying to find that opening. Gets hit though. Can't blink in. Still holds the mech. Has to force it out there. Do they want to use it to turn potentially, or are they feeling already too outnumbered?
That was a nice play by Flea. He actually hit the Bat and the Enigma with his Firefly, or his Icarus dive to cancel both their blinks. So well done. I mean, you get paparazzi. If you're going to play with full agility, well, you're going to get punished.
Yeah, a long dive from CCNC, and that Fountain just had more than enough firepower to get the finish done, and still misplay there for Vici as they do their siege.
And guess what? Ritsu's in 2nd place on the net worth. Now, I know it's a 13K lead, but he is a farm TB, and he's only 3K below the Morph. That isn't that little, and the Storm as well, 18 Bloodstone charges in a losing game like that. That's a lot of Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, I mean, them two are definitely like fighting it out with everything they've got. But oh, as I say that, CCNC, who just happened to jump in within that mid lane, realizes that there was an approach right there. Jump, grab, Yang not able to kind of hold in place long enough, but he zips himself into the black hole, dead center of it with the Wukong's command on top. The Grave, though, is there from Laposa, and he manages to bail out CCNC, who's going to jump back towards the shrine. They'll make that bird pay, but hey, they can't get CCNC down. He survives through the ultis.
Laposa. Laposa's trying his best. And look at this. Okay, so top lane, you have a Ritsu illusion. You had a middle lane illusion as well, and bottom lane he's pushing in. Ritsu is just making it so he's just trying to cut all the waves, but it's going to be tough. I mean, they're I wouldn't say they're back in it, but they have a little glimmer of hope with this farm on their 2 cores and these good graves.
A couple of just fights tilted their way, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, and we see up there Yang again, Fireflies. That's now 2 for 2 on the Firefly, knocking a tree down on your Monkey King.
Oh, no. The anti-synergy between the 2 heroes.
We've seen that a lot, too. Like,
ridiculous.
every time we have a Monkey King and Bat, it's almost always, you just don't think about it, right? You're like, whatever, I'm going in, boys.
Only gonna be worse. It's like, like Monkey Timber Saw synergy.
I'm coming in. Whoa, okay, never mind.
Well, it's been unfortunately a little bit awkward for Vici, and I guess hopefully for them those aren't like the little steps that may have ended up costing them this game in the long run. Still quite a journey ahead for paiN though to be able to pull this one out. But like you mentioned before, both Ritsu and CCNC doing everything within their power to stay alive, stay afloat, because this is their tournament life. Jump in, grab, good kidnapping here.
That's a good kill.
Yes, it is. Getting rid of that shallow grave. And that is going to force paiN to step off.
And I want to say that once I've been talking about DY's ward at that bottom tier 3, actually, he got another great ward that they couldn't get down, and it just gives them all the vision every time when they're setting up. So DY, he's showing.
And Roche is up soon, so I imagine that's something that Vici are kind of holding out for. Looks like 30 seconds it will respond. So they just kind of claim the area, get a couple of wards down. But you also see wards paiN's side, so we'll see this approach potentially coming now. Ritsu hanging in lane. Gotta be careful. Oh, stolen. Terrorblade there from Paparazzi, but he's not using the Metamorph yet. He's going to use the Metamorph at Roche, it looks like.
Oh, Mike, man. I mean, if Ritsu somehow gets level 20, I mean, he's not getting it before this Roche fight, but if he can get it, I mean, just spamming that against Morphling even, because Morphling, obviously, his illusion hurts himself very bad if you're at low HP. Yeah. Being able to spam, that's nice.
Yes. Could not agree more.
But then again, Morphling can do it back to him, because he can steal it. Yeah, we might just have some reflection on reflection going on.
And I know the game always loves that.
Oh, yeah.
The stability of it.
Yeah. Oh, and here, the 5-man smoke from Radiant side. Meanwhile, Dire's 4-man smoked, and this could just be the game. If paiN gets caught out here, they just lose.
Yeah, if it's a pretty significant fight, we could see Vici just kind of strut their stuff all the way down to the base to go for the finish. If it's just a decent fight, they could still go back for the Roche and claim that, and then eventually make their approach. So paiN need to just win, and that is their only option in this fight. And they are going to consider contesting towards the pit.
Oh, he knocked down the tree.
That's a weed committed. They hit him, and then that means that Ori's going to get dropped in stun. Can they finish off this Monkey King real quick? He pops a BKB, unleashes the Wukong's command. They look to step on out. And, well, Paparazzi with his own Metamorph tries to fight him on back. Ritsu stuck inside, stunned up, can't move. Can he get the Sunder off just before he goes down? No! With the black hole there, they will certainly commit it and guarantee it.
Man, if you somehow get that kill on Ori before he gets BKB and his ulti off, that's a 4-on-5 Roach fight that you're happy to take. But unfortunately, this is, as I've said, it's a 15k lead, right? So this guy, he has an IF Scotty and a BKB. He's not dying to your puny 15k disadvantage. And now they'll get Roche, and they might look to just end it.
It's like another one of the situations like we saw in the last game. It was a great approach from paiN, but at this point, Vici are just too damn swole with too many items, too much durability to be able to get finished off so easily.
And there you see right there, he just jumped in. CC&C did a good job knocking down the tree, but you got the BKB, and once you get that ulti off, you get the plus armor, and there's nothing you can do. And they just perma-stunned Ritsu. They did a very good job of making sure he can't Sunder.
Ritsu has 20 seconds. Did have a buyback, but it looks like he will be able to hold on to it here. CC&C needs to do his Storm thing. He's pushing out these waves as best as he can. But they still have that ward vision inside the base here, Grant. Oh, 8 seconds. It's going to be actually expired.
They will see. They see Laposa leaving the lane, though.
That's more than enough of a bit of information.
Oh, and I think they know he put that ward there. So.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a gem on bat. They're going to kill it either way.
Yep. Still just heavy pressure from the outside by Vici Gaming. Now with the Aegis, it's on them to try to close this one out.
There's another thing, if it does go to the late game, the support's favor. I mean, you have an Enigma with the GPM talent, just his amazing abilities. You have a Panda with the split. It's a lot better than Phoenix and Dazzle again. It just feels like Vici always makes sure they have decent late game supports. You never want like a Bane plus another garbage late game. For sure.
Heavy scaling potential here. They pop the pipe to try to resist a lot of the output damage coming in from that Underlord and jump from CC&C to get the catch on the Batrider on the side. They lose ADR. He's going to be forced to buy back. Lasso grab onto CC&C. He's going to have to accept to lose his first life, then come back. But the Bloodstone only puts him about 20 seconds of time on that death timer.
Meg's gone.
Yeah, Paparazzi, who had morphed into the Terrorblade, uses that extra bit of range and firepower to easily crack the egg, take down, and finish off 4DR. Buyback from Flea. But it's Dieback City here.
Rampage?
This one is all but certain it would appear. Paparazzi just cleaning house at this point. Vici Gaming feeling confident. Ritsu now metamorphed. He's the final hurrah here for paiN. Can he get something going here on the Paparazzi?
Trying.
Lots of damage. CC's there also. They surround the morph. They should be able to get this finish. He's bringing in the gains though. Jumps out and away. Still has 20 charges even if he needs.
Yep. Nicely done there. There's the black hole just to get Ritsu. He actually hits him out. Paparazzi's like, get out of there.
God damn.
And, well, this is going to be the game more than likely
here. It looked like he was going to go for a last-ditch effort. Sunder now has to be forced to buy back. They already have a hold of CC&C, though. He does manage to jump out the other side. Ritsu's back, but, yep, he does not have that big, scary metamorph, though, this time.
Yep.
And they've already lost so much inside their base, it looks all but guaranteed.
And at the beginning of that fight, when Storm actually jumped on the bat, it looked like he could have got away, but because, you know, you have that Aether Lens Batrider, the range on your ulti is actually pretty far, and it just secured the kill. I love Aether Lens Batrider. Wish we saw more Ags, but it's just not very good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is fun,
good.
but you can't really somehow, unless you're just some sort of bat god, you can't really always line up those type of shots. But great from Vici. Is that Megas?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah.
But and I believe everyone on Dire, no one has buyback, so they can just, you know, regroup, maybe get an extra item, and then just go in, win the game if you're Radiant. You're in no rush now. There's, I would say, 99.999, a couple more nines. Like, there's very little chance you lose this game.
Probably one of their biggest comebacks.
It's only 30K. I mean, we had like 50K or something, but this feels even more insurmountable.
Yeah.
And we see the replay right here, Yang doing a good job. So Storm goes on him, and after the pull, because the Aether like tries to get away, but look at that range. Gotcha. And they get him.
Yeah. Paparazzi obviously using a lot of the benefit of that extra power coming in from the Terrorblade morph. Forcing them all back. The egg fortunately feels paper mache, as we like to say.
Yeah, it does. That's just... Oh, and they're going in.
All right, lasso grab, looking to go for the final finish onto Ritsu. Shallow Grave is there. Still holds asunder if
Holds
necessary.
them out.
40 yards, like, guys, I'll take you 30 feet this way. Let's go.
Okay, reset. We lost the dazzle, but us four can do it. We've lost our entire base.
Oh, God,
Let's
the
get
tier
back
4
in.
is to drop. This is the final hurrah, but there's not going to be a say there at all for paiN. This one looks clean and looks all for Vici.
Nice Sunder, actually. They kill Paparazzi. I mean, they still lost the game, but they get Paparazzi with a good Sunder, and good luck next coming from Flea. And I mean, Vici, they just looked like, I thought, you know, maybe paiN would come in. Vici in the group stage looked a little bit shaky, but just like VP looked shaky as well. They get the 2-0, Vici gets the 2-0, and they just look clean. And obviously paiN, I would say, is